Hello and welcome back to the channel. Well, today the inevitable happened. If you know enough people here in Thailand, there's gonna be accidents. Me and a group of people were going to go on a trip to Tak today, Tak province. Anyway, before we could even all meet, there was a bad accident. One of my friends was on his motorcycle. Unfortunately, he had a cheap helmet on and he's going around the corner, and there was a Thai driver in a car, a lady, coming around the corner, and she was apparently in the other lane, meaning she was in the wrong lane. And my friend slammed on the brakes, which she hit it too hard. It slid out from under him, and she was still in the lane, and she hit him. And anyway, when the police got there, they immediately blamed my friend. Whether he was in the right or wrong, I don't know. I mean, because there's always many sides to a story, but nevertheless, he's blamed for it. He's injured. We're at a hospital right now. Just to let you know the way things work. So when the paramedics, the ambulance got there, they didn't give us a choice on what hospital to go to. They insisted that they take us where they were going to take us, which makes me think that the ambulance either does business with this particular hospital or whatever. So I'm going to show you where we're at, how things are going so far. So again, the crash, it took probably about 30 minutes for anyone to arrive there for an ambulance. And anyway, here's some scenes from the crash site, just so you can get an idea of what happened. And I'm going to go over exactly where we're at, what's going on, and take a look around. So here is a look at the outside of the hospital. We're over here by a Tesco up near, well, it's north of Hangdong, right off of Hangdong Road. Anyway, I'll show you guys around and show you inside, but I'll show you where we're actually at and what a difference it looks like. So here is an entrance into what looks like it's pronounced Claymore Hospital. So this is going in the front door here, which, by the way, my friend is not in here. I'm going to show you where he's at in just a moment. So here's a look inside the hospital. As you can see, the inside of the hospital looks pretty good and decent. And I mean, there's the part where you go to get admitted. They actually have two of them. So the place looks pretty nice when you look around inside. Now, the only problem is we're not in there with the rest of them in the nice area. This is where they bring the emergency people here, and this is where my friend's at right now. They won't let us go back there and see him, which I understand. It's an ER, and we're just gonna have to wait. So you're gonna see a group of other people that I know when we get around this corner back here, but just thought I would let you know what this hospital's like. This, again, wasn't our first pick. We've never heard of this hospital before. Whether they're good or bad at this point is to be determined, but this is definitely not one that we have researched. And I think here in the near future, I'm gonna do a review of some different hospitals, since that seems to be a pretty popular topic anyway. So this is the ER part right here. These are my friends over here to the left coming up that are waiting. There's Kendall. So this is actually where the emergency and trauma room is, right here. And right through that door is where my friend is at right now. So we're just all waiting to hear. As you can see, this looks a lot different than that pretty side we were just in. This isn't as pretty. So we decided to move him from that particular hospital to Chiang Mai Ram, which we've always heard such good things about. And we just did a video there, as a matter of fact, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we ended up getting him out of the hospital and having Chiang Mai Ram come pick him up in an ambulance to bring him over there. I did get a chance to look at his helmet, and it took a beating. It cracked it like an eggshell. Now, it wasn't the greatest helmet in the world to begin with, but I'm glad he was at least wearing one, because that probably saved his life. So I'm over here in Old City now. I'm right on the other side of the road from Chiang Mai Ram, and you could see real quick, let's take a look at the moat. The moat area, where it's usually full of water, has been drained. So I imagine they're getting ready for Songkran, so they're cleaning that sucker out. So back to Chiang Mai Ram. So we got him here in the ambulance. And anyway, we got here, and this place is just beautiful. It's right here, right beside Old City. It's a beautiful hospital. I keep almost wanting to call it a hotel. It's so nice. But anyway, just to give you an idea, at the other place, the other hospital before we transferred over, they did a CT scan and they did 2 x-rays, and I think they charged him 11,020 baht, which had to be paid immediately. So the 11,020 baht was paid at the first hospital, and now we're at Chiang Ram Hospital. Now, looking at the room here in Chiang Ram Hospital, it is beautiful. I mean, it's a really nice room. It's deluxe. Now, we didn't go, to be fair, we never made it to a real hospital room in that first hospital. So we only stayed in the ER, which wasn't very nice at all. So this hospital is a lot nicer. Now, I can't compare the service. Obviously, they're not going to run new CT scans and new x-rays, so I can't do a price-to-price comparison. But I will say, this is kind of how it went down. When they picked him up from the accident in the ambulance, they really didn't give him a choice as far as where he went. So he ended up at that first hospital. So if you know what hospital you want to go to, and you're not severely injured where you can't communicate, try to get them to the hospital you want to go the first time, because I'm sure this is going to be more expensive now that we had to transport him again from one hospital to another via ambulance. While all this was going down, I did him a favor, the guy who got in the accident, and I went down to the police station to deal with them because I had to get some documents that were located underneath the seat of the motorcycle that he was needing for insurance reasons. So I went down to Hangdong and I went to their police station. I must have spent a good hour and a half there trying to get someone to go out to the motorcycle, wherever it was, I never did see it, to let me in to see if I could get to those documents. But the key supposedly was in the ignition. Wouldn't you know, the key is now missing. Nobody knows where it's at. So the police were very nice, I gotta say, but they just didn't have the key, so I wasn't able to do that part of it. Well, anyway, it's been a long day, and I've got him all taken care of. Brought him some drinks and some food earlier and some cookies that people made him, and anyway, he's taken care of. Anyway, when you come to Thailand, be careful, wear a helmet, and I hope this helps you just a little bit more with how hospitals are, how they work, what it looks like on the inside. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And until next time, Kap Kun Kap.